Hey Sirens, you already know it's your girl Sycrett Society, and we are back with not just any episode. We are celebrating 1 year of podcasting. Wow. Oh my goodness. I am so thankful to be doing not just episode 27, but the episode that celebrates 1 year of showing up to the mic and really addressing deep down what it takes to become a better me. Now, usually I write out a script, but today I'm going off the cuff because I want to express just how thankful I am to be able to show up in this way. So, to all of my sirens and my sires, thank you so much for being here since the beginning. And to those of you who are just joining the Sacred Circle, thank you for choosing yourself and choosing to heal out loud and in color.
You've reached the Sycrett Society's Unfiltered AF hotline.
At the tone, please record your message.
Reflecting back on a year of podcasting, I think about why I started this. I have had so many conversations over my years, and I've had so many friends that are older, younger, that have come from all types of walks of life. And oftentimes in conversations with these friends, they would tell me how inspirational I was and how my messages really push them in the direction that they wanted to go. And that always sat with me how people would also compliment my wisdom and my old soul, so to speak. And I wanted to find a way to cultivate that energy and that growth and wisdom in a manner that could really reach more than just my small circle of friends. So that is why I started the podcast. I had intentions of the podcast being something that I or others could look at or look back on and share a universal message where we could find ways to heal within so that we can heal the world around us. I was also hoping that I could share some of the things that I have learned in my early years of life that really changed the way I view things and how I put things in perspective so that I could help send a message to the young children and our youth. I have 14 nieces and nephews, and I think that these messages are something they should hear. So I was inspired to speak up, but I also wanted to encourage not only the children, but the adults who maybe were taught something that might be a bit of a skewed perception of whatever the situation may be. The thing that I was the most afraid of was putting myself out there. It's really hard, I think, for people my age and young adults to express themselves in this generation. On top of expressing yourself, it also could be very difficult to express your growth, express when you may have been wrong about something and then you learn from it. So I did have some concerns, and I think that I sat on the idea of the podcast for a really long time because I thought that people would maybe not want to hear what I had to say because of my age. But the reality of it is, there were more times of me feeling convicted to get on the mic and share my story and share my thoughts because they do deserve to be heard. Looking back on this year of podcasting, I can safely say that I have experienced probably all of the emotions. I've gone through excitement, nervousness, fear. I was humbled several times and probably will be humbled some more along the journey. I have gotten a little upset, a little angry, a little disappointed. I truly feel like I have gone through a little bit of every emotion over this last year when it comes to this podcast. So it's safe to say that the reason why we started is very much alive, and we will continue to grow and heal in every way possible. I remember things like the first 50 subscribers or the first 100 subscribers. I remember the late nights and early mornings trying to stay up to record and learn my camera, staying up all night editing to get my episode out on time. There was one episode where I got home at around midnight and I still hit record and, handled that episode the way that I should have. But there's definitely been some highs and lows through the journey. However, I appreciate every single step of the way because it has allowed me to really unlock a new version and different layers of myself that I probably wouldn't have been able to come to. I remember standing in the mirror and practicing my script for the first episode 12 times so that I could memorize it because I was struggling so bad. I was so nervous to sit down and record, to sitting here now without a script, which still nervous, but we're doing it anyways. I think that is one of the biggest lessons that I could have taken from this year is it doesn't matter how prepared you are for something, as long as you put your heart into it and you go for it, just do it. If it comes out messy, it comes out messy. And the thing of it is, I say that from knowledge because my first episode was messy. I was recording audio from a mic and also audio from the camera. I muted the camera and I was using the mic, but I didn't know I could use the camera audio. So I had to learn the learning curves of being the cameraman, being the editor, being the director, being the writer and executive producer. So it takes a lot. It's more than, you would think, but it's very humbling. So I'm really thankful for the growth that having this podcast has allowed me to have. You guys have seen some really delicate and intricate sides of me that I don't always share out loud. And I think that has been sometimes challenging for me to get out of my shell, but it has also encouraged me to get out of my shell. There are so many things that I can say this podcast has played a huge role in already in my life and my confidence, the way I carry myself, the way I speak, the way I value my own voice when I am talking in a room to others, and just generally how I view myself and my growth. And I just really look forward to continuing this growth and sharing this dynamic with you so that we can grow together and heal out loud and in color. As we go forward into the next season of the Sycrett Society, I hope that you continue to hold my hand and walk side by side with me in our journey of healing and growth. I hope that these episodes truly bring you a different perspective on life. I hope that you continue to tune in every other Magnificent Monday as we walk alongside each other and heal out loud. I am so absolutely grateful from the bottom of my heart for my sacred circle. You all are amazing. To all my sirens and sires, thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you for staying with me and keeping me consistent for one whole year. Let's get to another one. I love you all. Don't forget to like, share this video with someone who you think should be a part of the sacred circle. Let's continue to grow. Let's continue to heal. And as always, be you, be unshakable, and be unfiltered AF.